very overwhelming, but they nail everything. I just want to get my hands on it. Give you a little taste.
Yeah, same thing. After using another software for 13 plus years to get into, we're going to pursue the ExoCAD. The knowledge that's out there that we got from FAM has given me that jump start, and literally bought the software already, going to get the computers, and we're going to take it off and go from there to get into the full arches.
Very, very well. It's prepared us pretty good. I think we just need to do the work floor more repetitively and just go through it more. But before we've had ExoCAD and we tried it, and it was really hard to understand. So watching them go through the first process to the end process has been really nice, actually.
Yeah, and that whole digital workflow, trying to stay up with technology, because I don't want to get left down with everybody else. So this is bringing us up on that forefront of the dental technology and just the whole aspect of how archers are related with using ICAM or scan flags and markers and all that kind of stuff is just going to make our product that much better.
I'd say it's helped us a lot. Watching the process, like I said, is really, really awesome. The loading the mesh makes more sense because 3Shape names it different things, so it's nice to see their version versus ours. So I think confidently we could do it.
Yeah, and I agree. That's why I've got Libby with me also, because Libby handles all the importing and exporting. So this is going to be right up her alley. I've done all the designing part of it. So to have these guys as a resource to go back to, there's a few of the technicians there that I know that I can call at any given time and just say, hey, I'm stuck on this process. What do I do next? And I know for a fact they're going to be there to help me out. So it's great to have them as a working tool in the background, especially with us just learning the ExoCAD process. So we're taking it baby steps, and I know they're going to be there for me and the people that we've met in the class that are a little more efficient with it.
I'd say we're definitely not like straight beginners now. We're a little bit above that, so it definitely helped a bunch with understanding and having the knowledge given to us rather than us trying to find it through like whoever we're getting ExoCAD from. So it's nice to have a support team.
Yeah, 100%. Everything that Libby just said right there. Just having getting into that digital workflow and be able to take it to the next step. This course has given us the confidence to know that we can do it. They don't make you feel little. You have experienced technicians here, and you have from the ExoCAD standpoint, we're beginners. So they don't make you feel like the little guy, and they give you the confidence to take this to the next level.
It's so fun. It's really cool to see how different technicians do it but still get the same result. And then it's cool to see like the beginning stages of their zirconia to the finishing stages. It's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing what Mio can do to these zirconia frameworks. We use a little bit of the Mio at the office, but this has opened my eyes that much wider on what we can potentially do with this. It's a great product. We didn't get into the structure part of it, but I can't wait to get into the structure part. Just from the stain and glaze, you could do the full contour zirconia, and even one of my docs just said right now, like, wow, that's nice. And of course, I'm critiquing myself, saying, ooh, I should add a little bit more here. But I can correct that with Mio. So it's a great. Just from the little bit we've had, it's gonna be fun to dabble in it.
I'd say, yeah, the burrs are really good. We actually like the kit. It comes in a nice little handy dandy case, so it's very helpful. We're familiar with a few of them, but seeing the different sizing and how that affects the zirconia differently is really nice, so we don't have to like go out and buy a burr and just say, oh, well, that didn't work. So it's nice to see different people using different sizes to get a nice result.
Yeah, and I'm the same way as being somebody that grinds on the zirconia at the lab. There are some couple of the tools in there that I haven't used before. So, and then just to watch how they used certain tools to open up embrasures, to work the gingival areas, all technique stuff. So in fact, I was just talking just a minute ago, and about getting one of those kits for the lab. Then we can just replace it from there. But it was nice to have that certain kit for doing texturing and sculpting of zirconia, and not worry about messing it up with all my porcelain burrs and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so we're gonna pick up one of those kits and take it home with us.
Their sintering oven's really cool. I didn't know you could sinter things for 4 hours and have it be fully done. I don't get to play with the glaze a whole lot, so it was really cool to learn the different techniques for the glaze. Seeing the translucency and the crowns, adding the blue to help adding a halo, that was really, really cool. Just really neat process.
Same thing, working with different zirconia than we use back at the lab. Actually talking to the repo right now to give it a sample, just because of the firing temperatures that that particular product can fire at. And then as far as like the texturing and, it was an easier zirconia to work with. And then the whole finishing process, I think I just saved myself a firing step by using a paste that they're putting on at the very end with a bristle brush and bringing it up to that natural luster. We just finished doing it, and I was like, you know what? I just saved myself a bake in the oven from something going wrong, and did it with a bristle brush, and I've got a natural luster on this meal. So that's gonna be huge, because you're always worried when something goes in the oven. So yeah, so I just saved myself 20 to a half an hour of wait time. Yeah, it started off with Dr. Pannington bringing me on board as his lab technician, and I don't work in his office. I have an outside lab, but he's bringing me on so we could work together. So going through that experience of the FAM was super eye-opening for a technician to know the whole surgical protocol, learning, bone reduction, and in order to establish that final product and get that ultimate zirconia restoration in that patient's mouth was huge to be able to learn that aspect of it. So man, I'm so thankful for him to bring it on board, because I can apply it to a lot of other doctors too, just my experience, what I've had. And then of course that relates right down into coming to the phase 2. And Doc didn't have to come to this one because he knew it was the lab part of things, but he still came because he wanted to see what we did in the lab. And so it's eye-opening to him too, that he respects that, hey, I'm not going to get that back in, 2 hours. This is going to take 4 hours or 5 hours because you got to go through all these steps. So for him to see it, it's been awesome. For us to pick up the techniques that your technicians are using here will make us that much better technicians on our end for a final prosthetic for the patient.
Everyone's awesome. They're so friendly. They're so nice. Like you guys welcomed us to the tacos. That was so awesome. Best food, you get to see actual people that are like dealing and networking. So it's also really cool to see how you can network with people, and then having that support team and not feeling like, oh, I have to call somebody and I don't really know them. It's like, no, you guys are friendly, nice, very, very helpful, knowledgeable, overall great.
Yeah, it's been exceptional with the staff that you have here. Like even bringing Libby along today, Amy was able to set her up with Megan to let her not just be in the lab part and doing the zirconia and that kind of stuff, but took her into the administrative part of things to let her know this is how things are done. Not every place you would go to would offer up that type of advice. So I'm 100% thankful for that. And then, yeah, every single one of the technicians, coordinators, you guys yourself, like I said kind of earlier, it's like, nobody makes you feel like the little person. They all make you feel equal, and they treat you as equals. And I mean, they're over your shoulder every single step of the way, asking how you're doing. How you doing? Do you need this? Do you need that? So they make you feel so comfortable being at this course. Yeah, so it's been an awesome experience with the staff we have here.
Absolutely, yeah. I wish we could bring our whole team. It'd be really cool to get everyone here to witness it and not having to be the middleman to explain. So definitely would recommend. The more knowledge you have, the better you're going to be.
Absolutely. Starting from the FAM course, man, I wish I could get all my docs to that part of it, into where we're at today at this stage here. Same thing Libby just said. She hit it the nail on the head right there. But I wish I could bring all 5 of my technicians over here, because each one of them does their own little thing. But I've got a couple other stainers and glazers, and to get them to use the Mio system, I would highly recommend. What we're going to take home is such an asset. I would recommend this to any laboratory out there. You don't have to be an in-house lab. I would recommend to any laboratory that's out there to send their finishing crew, staining glaze crew, even the crew that would do the ExoCAD part of it, the design crew. So from the beginning to the end, if I could afford to bring a whole team out here, they would all be here.